rather obnoxiously active sometimes and saying stuff, but I also find myself just zipping my lips like many times because don't want to be perceived as that guy as being, kind of like challenging to too many things.
It's kind of a balance.
It's like, okay,
you have to think about where can I be effective.
Right.
It also, is someone receptive to hearing my message?
Yeah.
Like, what's the reaction?
Where do you find any kind of a leverage to find that open space in somebody's mind?
And it's tough because sometimes you just want to like go and just be like, all right, fine, whatever, it's not my thing. But then you worry about or see things kind of slipping, or everyone's like, oh, well, AstroTurf is fine. This plastic is fine. Oh, it's fine just to throw stuff away. Oh, we don't need to recycle. And then you're just like, what's happening,
Yeah. Or even deeper, in my opinion, on green energy and green power. We've got to think even deeper. We have to keep scrutinizing what's going on here.
No, definitely.
It's not like, I think these industrial wind farms on the East Coast, just from a, I acknowledge I'm slightly prejudiced environmentalist, but it just seems the magnitude of the impact on these, in that world, the ecosystem, seems like just completely wrong. Right. Just like not.
The footprint that we seem to feel entitled to on the earth is out of balance.
Totally.
Outrageous. So
yes.
I feel like there's some kind of lack of conscience right now. I've been trying to put my finger on it. I feel like it's caused by by staring at your phone all the time.
Wow.
And I feel like it's taking us out of the moment.
Right.
And I have this other idea that, they talk about Facebook and social media being the attention economy. So they want to get your attention.
Right.
Just like people who sell snack food, they talk about stomach share. Like, how can we increase the stomach share so people are eating 20, 30% snacks?
Oh
right?
My God.
And this is like counter to what every, health food person, nutritionist will tell you.
Right.
So there's this attention economy, and it dawned on me that what happens when our attention is slurped up? We're not mindful of the things around us, so we're kind of taken out of this world, but it is stealing attention away from the people and things around us, like away from your dog, like from your pet. You're ignoring your pet, you're ignoring your family member or your friend because you're on the phone. And what's the result, and children also, and what's the result of attention being stolen away from our children?
That is, you're just hitting, I don't have any children, and I'm not involved in that, that most intrinsic issue. As a matter of fact, though, I was just thinking about, So did you go to school to study some of your, Jerome, I'm having this great talk with you, and I'm taping it.
I guess in a way, yeah. I had a dual emphasis, a double major, physical science and behavioral science and sociology. So part of that was, I just took all these classes I really liked at college, because I also work in computers, so I felt like, that was my career. But I've been a lifelong learner, really passionate about learning. And so they said, hey, if you just take these other couple classes, you could also major in this other thing. And so that ended up being cultural anthropology, sociology, Native American studies, and things like that I chose out. And I mean, it was actually really changed my perspective a lot to take a cultural anthropology class where you look at all different cultures and say there is no superior trait, we're all just doing that. And then if you want to help people or reach people, you have to reach them within the context of their society, right? You can't just say, what you're doing is wrong. You have to be able to reach them in another way. So issues,
including our own, Anglo-Saxon European issues, I think, that haven't still addressed yet, which is our relationship. I think you were talking about our footprint of the land, or actually controlling or owning or developing the land. I'm not necessarily against, quote, owning it, but
how do we? What's our relationship? What's our responsibility?
Right. Right. What's our? I was kind of think of if people could frame this,
our duty.
Our duty.
Right?
I'm all right. Here's what I was thinking. It's a good. Not only our duty, but how about this? Our business, our reason for being alive, our connection with being alive is our. I don't think there's a human being that doesn't get replenished they can experience the difference between complete civilization and nature.
Oh, yeah, disconnecting.
You know, I think anybody on the planet, I think it's human. You can't deny that there's something that gives you, I don't know.
You kind of said something else about, you know, people, what was it? You know, not really having, like, knowing why they're here and stuff like that. And,
right.
You know, maybe I would wonder if a lot of people don't really feel like they have a sense of purpose or belonging. You know, if you just wake up and scroll your phone all day, and then you go to your bullshit job, and you come home, and then you play a video game and stuff. Like, what's your purpose for being here?
Right.
You know, I wonder if that's part of the disconnect.
Well, I think it's huge. I think it's so
to try to define it, but you know, higher power, or you know.
But everybody's. I think they're thinking about it every day. This echo device, our brain. Who are we talking to? It's like, are people? But it may be just be me, like, who throws the word God out a lot, like God. I just keep saying the word, like I'm almost embarrassed to admit too much. It's like, stop, you know, like nobody cares, like, you know. But anyways, it's the big unknown, I guess, is the unknown itself.
How about the big mystery?
The big mystery itself is so powerful in terms of the goodness that it provides us, right?
Yeah. And I think that's actually a really positive thing, because I think that when we, you know, remind ourselves of that thing, or when we return to source, I think that, you know, and that kind of ties into the nature thing, returning to nature. I think that we have a sense of wellness when we return to that place, and when we return back to source, we don't feel dissonant. That's for sure.
Wow, I'm just enjoying my ride with you, morning ride. That's good. Jerome Draper, the second junior, or dare I say?
I'm the fourth, actually.
Oh, good. Good to hear. I was afraid, because I was a junior, and I was always sort of like, it always grated on me. I don't know why. I had this psychological problem. But good, so you're the fourth. Technically, I'm the fifth guy, Wheeler, but then the second guy, Meyer. The names changed. Yes, exactly right. Yes, my uncle did. So I take, all right, pride in that.
Well, really cool. This is going to be a bit of cultural documentation.
I'm going to try to share this. This is right now. This is